Hi everybody, James from Untitled Studios here, and today I've got another unboxing for you. This is the Hollyland Mars 300. It's a HDMI wireless transmitter and receiver system. And yeah, I've had a need to get a wireless signal out of the camera and somewhere else without cables. So yeah, this seemed the ideal solution. If you're kind of looking at wireless solutions and you can't stretch to the Teradek systems, which are a few £1,000s, yeah, they are horrifically expensive. From the research I've done and the reviews I've seen, these things are about the best compromise out of anything you can buy. Now, these are around about £350 for a set. For that, you get one transmitter, one receiver, so you get one camera kit. Now, the situations you'd want to use a HDMI transmitter, one of the main ones is to get the signal out of a camera to a director's viewfinder. So if you've got an assistant with you, or a director, or a client who wants to see the shots as they're happening, then you can put this transmitter on the camera and then put the receiver onto a screen like the Atomos or any portable battery powered monitor that you can attach handles to and get that out in the field. So this is going to be a massive advantage for commercial projects and stuff like that, and for when we're doing personal projects together. If Katie's got a certain framing in mind, then I can be doing the movement shots and Katie can be checking the framing. So yeah, going to be a fantastic advantage. Now, let's see what we get in the box. Oh, nice foam cover on the packaging there. I've never actually seen any of these before, but here we go. So in the box we've got a transmitter and the receiver packs, and we have a power supply there, and we've got some aerials as well. So if we unpack the things out of the box, so first up we'll start with the transmitter. So yeah, these are lighter weight than I thought, and they're actually a little bit smaller. If you can see the size compared to my hand there, yeah, that's a really good size. They're aluminium case, I think. There's no plastic on them, that's an advantage. They've got little mounting points. They've got a mounting point at the bottom there that you can put a 1/4-inch screw, so you can attach that to a clamp or anything you like. I think it comes with a hot shoe adapter as well. And there's two mounting points there. I'm not sure what they're for, but I'm sure we'll find out. On the back there's a battery mounting plate. These are designed for use with the Sony NPF style batteries. I've got an NPF 970 here. I'll have to buy some smaller ones because I've realised how big this thing is compared to the transmitter. But they just lock onto there, and you've got that'll power that for about 10 years, I think. But I think I'm going to get the NPF 550s, which should be kind of that big, very low profile and a lot lighter because that's quite heavy now. So there's an on-off switch down the side there. I can't see any status lights or anything. So yeah, I probably need to read the manual before I get going with these. But yeah, that is it. We have a on-off switch down the side. There's a USB, is that a micro USB? Yeah, it's a micro USB for firmware upgrades. There's a button to pair it with the transmitter, the receiver, sorry. There's a button to change channels, and then there's two status LEDs which give you a link and video status, so you can see if you've got a link to the receiver and if you've got video transmission as well. We've got two plastic covers on the top here, and they cover these gold BNC connectors, and they're for the aerials to attach to. On this side we've got a DC power port, and it's threaded as well, which is very good. And we also have a HDMI in and a HDMI loop out, so that's how you get the signal in from the camera, and then you can go out to a monitor as well. So if you shoot with an Atomos recorder or something like that, you can still use that as well as taking the signal from the HDMI out. You just need to go through this first. Now, on the receiver side, it's actually identical. except for the HDMI ports are labelled HDMI out 1 and HDMI out 2. So yeah, the same mount ports, yeah, everything else is the same. It's the same chassis, same aluminium chassis. It's just one says transmitter, one says receiver. I don't know if you can see that there, but they are nicely marked, and they're also marked on the side. The transmitter is TX and receiver is RX. So yeah, it'd be pretty hard to get those mixed up. Next out we have the aerials. So these just screw onto the top. Nice and easy, and then they're variable angle as well. I guess if you've got it on top of the camera and you don't want to poke yourself in the eye with an aerial, and for better reception or whatever, then yeah, they're multi-angle, they're variable, that's good. And there's an extra set in there for the receiver as well. And then the only other things in the box are plug, there's a power supply here. You only get one power supply, but I think the assumption is that you're going to run them off batteries. If I was using the power supply, I think I'd only really use it for the receiver end, because I don't really want to be plugged into the mains when I'm moving around with a camera. It's rare that I'm absolutely static on a tripod when shooting, but in situations like interviews and that kind of thing, then I can see how that can be useful. So yeah, I won't discount it just yet. As I said, the power supply has a locking thread, so you plug it in, you screw that in, and then no one can pull that out accidentally, so no killed feeds. So that's great, but I imagine you'll be able to put the battery on as well and have it mains powered with a battery backup, so if someone did manage to pull that out, you'd be able to do that, and it's kind of a redundant system. So that's good. Power supply feels a little bit flimsy and cheap, but that's my only complaint so far. And we have a hot shoe adapter here, which yeah, goes in the bottom there. So I'll be able to attach that onto the bottom, on the top of the camera, and yeah, have it vertically. And there's also a plate. That makes sense. So there's this plate here. So this goes into those two mystery holes on the front. There's tiny little thumb screws, but we'll see if we can do this. No screwdriver required. Yeah, that's it. So now you can get and it's got a thread on it as well. So now you can get the hot shoe adapter, you can screw that in, and now you can have the transmitter sitting flat on the top of the camera. Or if you've got a cage, then you could attach that to the side. Maybe you can get a rosette mount to do that as well. So that gives you loads of mounting options, and it means the battery is not getting in the way, so it means you are free to use a 970 battery on the top of the camera and know that you're not going to need to go to the gym ever again, because that is heavy, but you're not going to run out of battery in the middle of a broadcast. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. And there's actually 5 aerials, so you get 1 spare. That's good. So yeah, in case you lose one of those, you've got that in the box forever. And yeah, I think that is it. That is everything that's in the box. So yeah, that's the Hollyland Mars 300 transmitter and receiver kit. If you're thinking about getting one of these, my first impressions are they're very solidly built. They feel like a professional bit of kit. They don't feel like a kind of cheap plastic gimmicky consumer item. They feel like they're made to be used in the field. I've never used the Teradek, the really expensive version of this, but yeah, I can imagine they're kind of a step up in quality again, but for the price, which is £325, £350, something like that, I think these are a great deal. It certainly lets you get some high-end functionality and some more professional workflow into your production environment for relatively little money. So yeah, overall I'd say I'm very impressed so far. Can't wait to get these fired up and tested, see what the stability and the range is like, see what the latency is like, which is going to be a big thing for me, and I'll report back with my findings, and we might do a tutorial on how to set them up as well. So that's it. That was the unboxing of the Hollyland Mars 300 receiver and transmitter pack, and yeah, I'll catch you next time, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, hit my notification bell to see when I've got some more videos coming up. I've got loads more reviews, unboxings, tutorials and how-tos coming up. So yeah, check it out and I'll see you next time. Thanks guys.